I have high cholesterol. Oh, shocker. I posted that video a year ago, and at the time I was upset with myself for having a high cholesterol reading, even though I know as a pharmacist that at 45 and in perimenopause, it's natural for my cholesterol to rise. I also have a family history of high cholesterol, but nevertheless, as someone that considered herself to be a healthy eater and also someone that exercised regularly, I was somehow blaming myself for this reading. Anyway, I went about trying to lower my cholesterol naturally, and I managed to lower it by 18%. So I reduced my saturated fat intake to below 20 grams a day. I love my butter. I love my butter on my toast. I love my butter in my potatoes, and I reduced that down. Also increased my cardiovascular exercise. So as someone who would have done weights and yoga before, I started running maybe once or twice a week as well. I also reduced my alcohol intake, and that's actually had a really profound effect on my sleeping even, which is directly associated with stress levels and directly associated with heart health. I also developed my Fabushrooms cholesterol and heart, and this has 1.5 grams of plant sterols per 3 tablets, as well as cardioprotective B vitamins. Take the 3 tablets with your main meal every day, and after 2 months, this can lower your cholesterol by up to 14%.
Here's the myth about cholesterol, guys. I'll tell you this right now. Cholesterol is the most maligned and misunderstood compound in the entire human body, right? We have been taught that high cholesterol leads to cardiovascular disease, and that's not true. There's no published evidence anywhere in the peer-reviewed clinical literature linking elevated levels of LDL cholesterol on their own to cardiovascular disease, right? You have to have a corresponding increase in triglycerides, right? So it's actually not the amount of cholesterol in your blood, it is the size of the cholesterol molecule that matters. The smaller cholesterol gets, the more dangerous it gets. The larger it is, the healthier it is. So the question is, how do we drive down the size of cholesterol? How do we drive up the size of cholesterol? We drive down the triglyceride. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. This is an insulin issue, not a triglyceride issue. Because when insulin rises in the bloodstream, we think insulin's primary role is to lower blood sugar. That's not true. The primary role of insulin is to block any other form of energy use in the body. If insulin is high, you cannot burn fat. It includes fat in the blood. People that eat the most sugar have the highest blood fat. So we're going to bring insulin down, lower the triglyceride, increase the size of cholesterol, and that will be a marker for longevity.